Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another evening edition of the Grow Rich, Grow Happy Crypto Show. Guys, I got one for you that I want to talk about today. I'm always talking about opportunities, but more than opportunities, I'm always talking about mindset and how to spot opportunities, because, you know, opportunity is only as good as what you know about it and what you're going to do with it. So you have to train your mind to spot opportunities. And that's why I turn this camera on every day for you guys. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, and not only just Bitcoin. We're going to talk about another play that's out there that a lot of you know about, but again, some of you don't. And I know a large majority of my community, or some of you guys, are new to crypto, and you could care less about all the technical jargon. You just want to know, Mr. Foresight, what do I need to buy? What? I know you just want that, but I'm going to give you another way to look at it, because after you buy it, you need to know what you hold. Not only do you need to know what you hold, if you understand what you hold, it'll make you buy more. And it'll make you have that patience, because you understand that your project that you hold is still being developed. And that's important for any investment. So we're going to be talking about Algorand and Bitcoin this particular episode. But I'm going to have you look at Algorand in a different way. I want you to look at it as a way of, why should I have it? Or why should I even consider getting into a play like this? So guys, that's what this is about. And if this is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, my name is Mr. Foresight, and it is my job to serve you when it comes to cryptocurrency, and more so than anything, mindset. I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself that you can be, because I understand you need to become a better version of yourself in order to reach the goals that you sometimes dream about, that you think are out your reaching distance. I guarantee you spend some time with me, that will change. We use crypto as that fast moving vehicle to get us there. So guys, if again, this is your first time here, you've never been here before, I only have one rule: smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss a video. And if you find value in my videos, share them with a family member, friend, someone that out there that needs their mindset reset, and opportunities that can change their entire circumstances in a blink of an eye. You guys who hold Zebic, you know that. You guys who hold XRP, you know that. You guys that hold a lot of these plays that we talk about, you know that. And this is going to be no different. So guys, also look down below at all the freebies. Look down below, go over to growrichgrowhappy.com. Get you a crypto research guide for free. Just put in your email address. Also, get you a cold storage wallet, guys, a Tangent, 10% off down below. Using my code does go to support the channel. I thank you in advance, but you're going to also thank yourself for making that the best decision that you can make, because your crypto will be safe. So what we're going to talk about, before we talk about Algorand, I want to talk about the importance and something that's out there that I know a lot of you probably don't even pay attention to and probably don't think about. Have you ever heard of the term quantum computing? Now, for those of you who have, you've probably heard of it in the pretense of it's the big bad wolf of computers. It is that monster that's going to devour anything that's dumber than it. Because quantum computing, from what I understand and the way I look at it, it's almost like a god computer. We're still about 5 or 10 years out from this type of technology, but make no mistake, it's there. I already invest in quantum computing stocks because I see that road ahead, and that's what I'm trying to help you guys. This is not about stocks. It's about blockchain. It's about cryptocurrency, but you should look into that too, guys. So what quantum computing is it is a threat to blockchain technology. Blockchain technology. Well, let's look at blockchain technology. Let's look at Ethereum, Bitcoin, mainly Bitcoin. Bitcoin came around 2010. the reason I call it, I always refer to it as Father Bitcoin. It is the granddaddy. You'll hear me say that a lot because it is an old technology. It's outdated. There's so many things that Bitcoin can't do. They're slow as molasses when it comes to transactions. It's slow, and then it can't do smart contracts. There's so many things that it cannot do, and it burns, according to this article that I'm going to talk about loosely. It burns more electricity than Argentina. Yes, because this is proof of work. Mining. I have a lot of mining equipment that I don't even use now because seriously, we would be eating under candlesticks. Seriously, because my lights would be turned off. So this is the importance of why you need something like quantum. You need quantum computing, but why blockchain is in danger, because something like quantum computing kind of makes blockchains obsolete when it comes to securing your wealth, securing your crypto and things like that. Quantum computing will be able to break all of those kind of codes and different things in probably like seconds. Right now, we don't have a computer that can do that. I know Microsoft is working on quantum computing, but it's kind of a race to it right now. Therefore, you have to look ahead when you're holding investments and say, okay, 5 or 10 years ahead, that's not too far off. What are we going to do when it gets there? Is my crypto portfolio going to be obsolete? So you have to think of it like that. Well, Algorand, the reason Algorand came up is because Jay Razzo, our contributor, our community contributor, great blockchain journalist, he reached out to me and he said, check out this article I did research, and I did this article. And I said, okay, what's the name of it? And it's called ALGO, short for Algorand for all my noobs. The new Bitcoin, not a replacement, an evolution. So that got me. Nice title. So he talked about this, and I've led you up to it, explaining to you how outdated Bitcoin is, but it doesn't stop the BlackRocks, the Michael Saylors, all of these guys who are buying up all of this Bitcoin. It doesn't stop them piling into it. What it does, though, make me shine the spotlight on in the magnifying glass is you're buying digital gold, and you may be keeping it in maybe your Tangible. You may be keeping it in another cold storage wallet somewhere, like you would keep your gold, your hand, the gold you can hold, your metal, precious metal, in a safe. Well, guess what? If somebody breaking your house, they can steal your safe, right? Unless you got one of them real big 2-ton safes, they can steal it. Now, it's the same thing, I feel like, when it comes to Bitcoin. If quantum computing come along, like say it dropped down tomorrow, somebody who's nifty enough, they can use it to steal your wealth. So what do we do about it? That's where Algorand comes in at, because according to Jay Razzo, it is that thing that people need. They need it. I'm going to drop his article down below, guys. It's a really good read. And if you're like me and you're someone that's trying to change your mindset, you're trying to understand crypto a little bit better, but you want to find these plays that when they become bigger than life, you can say, yeah, I spotted that a long time ago. It's the good article for that, guys. He talks about how Algorand can help Bitcoin simply by becoming a bridge, and it can secure Bitcoin. It can make it way more secure. Something that might be actually going on right now. So he talks about that, and I'm going to jump over here for this because I want you guys to see this. We're going to talk about Algorand's chart as well, because it doesn't hurt that they are on that list that I've shown you guys, that ISO 20022 list. July is going to be a big month. Algorand is already on there. Actually, right now they're trading at like 20 cents at the making of this video. So that doesn't hurt either. These are just, again, I'm not shilling the play or anything. I'm just changing your mindset so that you understand where you should be looking and how far ahead you should be thinking with your moves, kind of like chess. So let's jump over here and check this out. So this is the article right here. I'm going to leave it down below. I'm going to leave his Mr. J Razzle, as always. I'm going to leave his X account information, his LinkedIn information, where you can find him and you can check out his articles. He pump them out just as fast as I pump out videos, guys. The guy's pretty good. But anyway, he says the Bitcoin bottleneck, and this is the problem. And I was just alluding to it before this. Let's be honest, Bitcoin is a technological marvel of its time. But today, it takes 10 minutes or more to confirm transactions. It processes just 7 transactions per second, guys. This is why Casper came along. It can do everything that Bitcoin can't, faster, and it's more secure. I want to know though, can it withstand quantum? You should do an article on that, Mr. J Razzle. I would be interested to see what you find out. It can't run smart contracts. This is Bitcoin we're still talking about. And it burns more electricity than Argentina, guys. All right, or my house. So here's the thing. ALGO moves what Bitcoin can't. And that's the important part. Finality in under 4.6 seconds, guys. 6,000 plus transactions per second. Minuscule fees, which is very important. And it is quantum resistant to cryptography. This right here is important. Native ISO 20022 compliance alignment. Carbon negative infrastructure. A lot of you are listening to me and like, what the hell is that? Trust me. Read the article, guys. And when it comes to stuff like this, you got to think, remember, mindset, change your mindset. Why is this a need? Why is the thing I'm holding in my wallet? Understand what I hold. If you're holding Algorand, or if you're thinking about holding it, why should you get it? I'm gonna come down a little bit. It says wrap Bitcoin and Algo, no fork needed. I'm not going to go too much into this. I understand that there are levels to our audience here. And this is, I'm going to drop it down below because I do want you guys to read this. I'm going to jump down here a bit because it's something I wanted to see. Okay, here we go. ISO 20022, because we've talked about this recently last week, I believe. Okay, Bitcoin's other hurdle is regulatory. This is why they're not on the list, on the ISO 200 list, 20022. Global finance is moving to ISO 20022, a new messaging standard that allows seamless, standardized communication between financial institutions. Bitcoin doesn't talk ISO. In fact, most blockchains don't. This is why I told you guys it's hurdles and things you have to jump through to get on that list. This is why Zebic becoming ISO compliant is that next. It's that thing. Nothing will separate them from that dollar. So it's one of the few infrastructures actively aligned with ISO 20022 principles. That means when banks and governments begin issuing tokenized assets and stable coins on compliant rails, Algorand is ready to be plugged in. No translation layer needed. Now ask yourself, if you're a central bank looking to bridge your CBDC to Bitcoin liquidity, are you going to build on Bitcoin itself or use a chain like Algorand that gives you speed, compliance, and quantum safely? Everybody's going to want to do that quantum safety right there, guys. My only question to this is, though, how many people are actually going to be moving their Bitcoin? How many people are going to actually be buying anything with Bitcoin? I've told you, I've talked to many people. They told me they wouldn't buy a lollipop with their Bitcoin because it's that valuable to them. But I do believe something like Algorand would still be needed, because you may not be spending it, but you damn sure want to make sure you keeping it in something like Fort Knox where can't no one steal it. And that's the way I look at it, guys. So they say real world impact. Algorand is already in action. Right here, again, for the interest of time, I'm not going to go through all of it, but I am going to come down here, right here. His final thoughts. Algo is the new Bitcoin, just not how you think. Let's kill the old comparison. Algorand isn't trying to flip Bitcoin. It's not a rival. It's a reinforcement. It is definitely needed. It's the thing that takes Bitcoin's unmatched legacy and injects it into a modern financial bloodstream, fast, secure, compliant, and quantum ready. In a world where governments tokenize debt, which they're doing now, RWAs, where AI agents trigger microtransactions, and where finance becomes fully programmable, Bitcoin is too rigid to ride that wave alone. But it doesn't have to. Algorand is the bridge, the highway, the system that carries the king. So yes, maybe ALGO is the new Bitcoin, not in price or branding, but in purpose. The blockchain that does what Bitcoin can't. The rail that runs faster, speaks compliance, and resists the quantum future, guys. Good article. Great article. Now I want to jump up here and I want to take a look at something for you guys. Okay, currently, guys, this is where ALGO is. If you go back here to max, you know, someone looking at this will be like, what the hell happened? Their high was, where is that? Their all-time high was $3.56. You need to look at this in context, though, guys. That was back 6 years ago when it came out. This is why I actually don't like initial coin offerings, because what happens is they actually had a initial coin offering. I can't remember how much they raised, maybe 40 million or something like that. I think it might have been 60 million. I can't remember exactly, guys, but they raised the money. And what an initial coin offering is, it gives you, you know, it's like a startup. You get your money. You know, you get your shares first, or in this case, the tokens. And then when it go public, they typically start high anyway. You can sell your bags. So a lot of that might have happened right here. That might be what that drop off was. And they haven't since seen it. They haven't since got to that price again. But that doesn't mean, you know, they're still working. I see a lot of value in Algorand. I always did. They're number 69 on the list. So they're already in the top 100, guys, of crypto. 10 billion max supply. And you guys, look how much of this is circulating right now. So this is great. They're over $1 billion, almost at a 2 billion market cap. 20 cents, guys. That right there, those are the type of plays you have to pay attention to. And I hope with this article that Mr. J Razzo wrote, beautiful article, I think that at least I hope you guys see the need for Algorand. That's important to me, because I want you guys to, I want to give you these breadcrumbs, because this, to me, this is a breadcrumb. And while it's a forward thinking breadcrumb, you want to be in assets where you don't have to constantly worry about it, the rug being pulled from under you. They've been around 6 years, guys. Some people consider that old. It's not old at all. Got to realize crypto is really just getting that start that it really needs. So you get in early on plays like this. I still think this is early for Algorand. And let's just say they're still not completely quantum resistant, but they're more quantum resistant than any other blockchain, I believe, right now. So these are the plays you look at, and you have to ask yourself, if they're successful and they continue to work at the pace that they're working at, everybody is going to flock to Algorand and need to use them, which is only going to increase their value. You're going to be looking at 20 cents. You're going to be like, damn, I could have got in at 20 cents. Again, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just showing you how to change your mindset and how to look at investments, guys. Let me know what you think of the video, guys. Let me know what you think of Algorand. Do any of you guys hold Algorand, as they are on that list? And I'm going to share that again. I'm going to get up here. This is the ISO 20022 coins list. And guys, everything is not on here, but if you look right here, Algorand is right there. So you know they're going to be used in this new messaging system. So this is one of the ways they're going to be used, guys. So I look at that, and I'll leave that list down below again for you to click on. But make sure you check out this article. Check out Mr. J Razzo's X account. Always, you need to check mine out over on X as well. My information is down below. I'll put his down there too, guys. Let me know if you hold Algorand and what do you think. The next one is your boy